Hi, this is Shandip Andash, your full stack web developer. Today I am going to guide you how you can implement the user roles from the number to text, also how you can change the super admin mode, yes to no, how you can change block to unblock. So before wasting more time, let's dive into the video. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the like and bell icon. Also write the comment if you found any bug or suggestion. That will be a great pleasure from me. So first thing first, very first we will show the user list in dashboard. To show user list in dashboard, already I have created multiple users in my MongoDB database. Here you can see I have almost 14 users in my database. These users are dummy users. So we will show these users inside our application. To show users list in our app with the pagination, we will use the React query. So to use the React query package, here I can see if I search the React query, this React query by Next.js query. If I go there, we can install this package by a simple way, yarn add React query. If you are using npm, then you can add this by npm I React query. So for us, we will use the React add React query. So this is ongoing process. So in the meantime, we can go ahead our code and do our task. Very first, let's design a API where we are going to fetch our user list. So here is the API, and inside the API, we have a separate folder called users. Inside the users, we will create another folder called list, or we can just copy from one of them and paste it here inside the users, just to make it more faster, and name this list. And inside the list, we will find the route.ts. Here the route.ts, and we can close this everything perfectly. Yeah, and here's the get request db connect perfectly. Okay, which kind of data we are receiving here and how we are showing this data to users. First of all, share the data as a pagination. We have to show the limit of data. Like for the first page, you are going to show 10 items for every individual pages, and for that we must need a cursor function. This cursor function, for example, you have fishing data 1 to 10, and now the cursor will keep the number 10 ID to remember this to next fish. Like for the second page, this cursor will start from the number 10 after the number 10, like 11 to 20. When you click to the page number 3, then the cursor will automatically store the data and retrieve the data from the 31 to 40. We will receive here a cursor. Also, we will receive a limit. This is the exist cursor, and we will show the limit. So we don't need anything from there. We can set password. Yeah, we can remove everything from there. Yes. So already we are in try block. That's fine. Okay. So very first, let's check the we are receiving the cursor and limit or not. If I console exist cursor was exist cursor, and the limit was limit. We will keep as it is perfect. Just change the message to success. We will change this. We will change it later after. Okay, but for now we are going to test. So this API route look like our app directory, our app URL, and then API. After that, it should be users and the list. Okay, this is our API. So let me check with Thunder client. Here we can create a new request. So if you don't have Thunder client, then you can integrate it with your VS Code. That's not a big deal, I trust. So our app link look like this: API, users, and list. Also, we are going to send like a cursor and like 1 and limit like 10. So let me check what we are receiving from our API. So let's move to the new request, and this is our GET request, and also perfect. Everything is fair and lovely. Yeah, here you can see our API implementation is perfect. There is no issue. So next, let's move to the next code. We will define let cursor if exist cursor found. Should be less than new mongos types object ID should be cursor. I'll import this mongos. Okay, so I will explain everything step by step, and there should be, we will sort out as per ID. Also same time we will apply the limit. And since you know this limit, when the data comes from the API call, this is a string type of data, so we have to convert this into the integer. It should be parse integer, and yeah, and there is an error. We have to tell there as a string, and we will tell also there as string to avoid the TypeScript error. So here, if the exist cursor not equal 0, I mean if exist cursor found or not 0, then the cursor will exist. That means we will define as a cursor our ID. I mean, we have the every data, we have unique ID, then the unique ID will be a individual cursor. So that means we will make sure the cursor never be 0. Okay, so when the cursor not comes with 0, then the cursor has. That means you are not query for first page. You are your query request for the second page or third page or fourth page. Okay, so that means the exist cursor will keep the exist cursor, and the cursor not found. If the cursor with 0 or empty, then the cursor will be null. So that means we have received the cursor or not. So if we have received the cursor, then user will find, and the query will start from less than the cursor. Okay, if cursor not found, this is the if cursor found. So if cursor not found, then what happened? Here then we will do user find and the short everything will be keep it simple. That means there is no extra function needed, because this is a fresh request. This is for first page request. The first page we are going to show 0 to 10 or 0 to 15 number of users, so we don't need any cursor there. But when someone comes with the cursor, that means like for 11, like for 19, like for 20, so whatever, if the cursor has ID, then we will fish from this. Okay, so let me check the request what happening. Okay, so what we can do, we can implement the query, same time constant result add query at execute. Okay, so if I go to the result, if I want to check, let me check the result. So this is the users, right? So we will do users into results. Let me check here what we'll find. Insert margin hex string. Okay, cursor 1, limit 0. Okay, here you can see we have found the data. That means if I change the limit from 0 to 1, 10 to 1, we'll found the single data, you see. Or if I change the limit from 0 to 5, we will receive the five items. And same time, if I catch this ID and copy it and use there after the cursor, if I send it, here you can see this data is starting from there. Here is CC 27, you see. So the data is starting from this 27D0. So let me copy it 27D0 as a cursor, limit 2 and send. You remember 27D0. After the 27D0, it will run from over there, which is 27CF. So let me check our data from the database 27D0. Yeah, here you can see this is the 27D0. Okay, so after that it will come with CF. You see, this is the CF. Okay, so that's perfect. Our API implementation is completed. There are little things are remaining. We have to pass the cursor over there to catch in the front end inside our app. So to do this, we have to first catch the last item. Okay, like we are going to face 1 to 10, so we have to catch the last item. So constant last item result dot length equal percentage limit. Okay, no problem. Okay. So here we are getting the last item of this array, I mean of this result array. Now we have to cache the cursor, I mean the ID. Constant next cursor will be last item. If last item found, if there is a last item, so I will call last item ID as string. Okay, otherwise it should be null. And we can do a better code, like we can convert this ID to a string. That should be a better approach to getting the next cursor. So we will receive this here, like the next cursor equal next cursor. So we have got the next cursor, we have got the data, everything perfect. Okay, so I think we have to try one more time there. So we are going to pass a empty 0. If I pass this here, you can see, okay, we have receiving the data. So if I copy this and change over there from 0 to a ID, that's fine. Okay, so we have received the next item. How we can check? Here we can check, we have the 27D0 and we have started from 27CF, right? So let's find the 27CF and 27D, 27D0. Here you can see this is a 27CF. If I move down, here is a 27D0. Okay, so the user list will show from the order, like which user created the last, I mean for not the first, the last item will show the top order. Okay, so our API is done. Now let's move to the next stage. First of all, to moving the next steps, we are going to assign the types. So to assign the types, we will create a folder called types, and inside the types folder, we will create another file which is called index.d.ts. This is the global file where we will assign all of the types. So first of all, we will export it. And same time, we will declare global, and here we'll call interface I user. Okay, and inside the I user, we will define the data we are receiving. So let's move to the user, and we will move it to right, and we will move it to left. Okay, so here we are receiving very fast. We will receive the ID as a string, and this ID will be optional. Okay, let's copy it. Okay, I think we don't need everything for now. But whenever you are going to code for production purpose, or I mean this interface will change as per your needs. For now, here you can see I have implemented a multiple like last login and refresh token, access token. If your project no need this type of field, so you can avoid this, no problem. Okay, so for now I think this is perfect. We can move right to next. So next we will create a context here. Okay, all right, we will create a context there. And the context should be query context. Now you can ask me why I have created this context. If I go to the layout page, let me open the query context. Yeah, fine. So if I go to our app and the layout page, here you can see this page automatically rendered by server side. Okay, but React query will load this as a client side. So we are not going to mix it. We are going to apply a tricks. We can same time implement the React query and the server side component. Okay, so for this, as we used before for our session management, okay, for our NextAuth session management, we'll do same tricks over there. So here is our query context. We'll change the name to query context. Okay, we don't need this anymore. And we'll keep as it is, no problem. Yes, client, everything is perfect. So we'll import a few things like we'll need the query client from React query. Also, we need another things which is called query client provider. Query client provider. Okay, these two items we will need for our project. So we can do write constant query client. Yeah, fine. Okay, new query client, and we will implement this query client provider. And same time, what we'll do as client equal query client provider. Okay, so everything is perfect. Yeah, so here if I break down the code, you can see we don't need this user anymore. Okay, perfect. Now we have to import the query context inside our layout. Let's move to the layout. So here, after the session provider, we can implement there. Yeah, this is the query context. We can import this query context, cut from there, and yeah, move from this. Fine. So we've implemented the query client from the React query. Now we will call a page where we are going to show all of the users. So inside the dashboard, okay, there is a page check session. Perfect. We can create another folder. Our URI should be dashboard and slash then users. So here we'll call a folder, and inside the users we'll call a file called page.tsx. Yeah, this is the users index. Okay, here we will implement the two different function. One function we will use to fetch the data from database, And another function we will use the React query. This is called infinity query. We'll use the infinity query, and for the infinity query we will call the database, our API, to get data from our database. So very first, let's implement the React query, and let's find it. That is infinity query. So if I go to the latest, and here you will find the bottom left side, use infinity query. We will copy the word there and paste it here. Okay, so we have to import this. We will not need the fishing pivot space. Everything is perfect. Okay, now for the query key, we will define the query key as we are going to receive users. So we'll define we are receiving users, because we in our API route here we have defined the data as a users. Okay, so here inside the base we will define this is the users, and the query param. Okay, we don't need the function. Everything is perfect. Query key. Okay, right. Yeah. Now we have to implement the fish space. So we can write not like the fish space, or you can write any function name, like you can write, for example, the fish data response or anything, whatever you want. So okay, we can keep the fish space, no problem. Constant fish space. Fish space not a good practice. Let's call fish data, because we are facing the data from database. Yes, that looks good. The fish data, and we will use as a async function, and the same time what we are receiving inside our. Okay, so okay, no problem. I will use the try catch block there. Try catch. Yeah. So here we are receiving the base parameter. Okay. Also we will receive another thing we have discussed before, the page limit. So here what we can do, we can define the page parameter, and same time we can define the limit also. So to do this, we can write like that, page params and the limit, and we can define the limit over there like 10. Okay, yes, and the page param perfect, no problem, page param. Okay, so here over there what we can do, we can cache from there, which is page param and the limit. There is errors appearing, no problem, page param limit. So this error especially appearing is because of the TypeScript. So we have not defined the type before, so we have to define the type to fix this error. So to define the type, we can write like this. This is the page param. Yeah, and good suggestion. I can do the page param is number, and sorry, yeah, page parameter is number. Well, page 1, page 2, page 3. Yes, page parameter number, and there is error still query key not found. Okay, no problem. We'll keep ahead and we'll fix this issue will automatically fix, no problem. Let's fetch the data from database. Okay, that's a good suggestion. I think we can take it. Yeah, so JSON placeholder, no problem. Users, okay, we can change over there. Yeah, so our data should be users, API, and the users. After that, the list, and after the list we will use the cursor, and there should be cursor, sorry, cursor should base parameter. Okay, and the limit. The limit should be limit. Okay, and the response. Okay, fine. Users limit cursor base parameter limit. Okay, perfect. Next, we are going to receive the data from the data. Okay, sorry, yeah, and data response JSON. Okay, we can apply a condition over there, like if data found or not found, something like this. So if response status equal 200, then just simply return response data. Okay, so there is a TypeScript, no problem. Else show new error response status. We don't need the status over there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Or we can, no problem, just console it. Error fetching users. So let me find what is the data. Here is okay. So we are not going to use the fish. We are going to use the axios.get. Okay, we will import the axios. Yeah. So the issue is gone. Response data were found. Okay, and the same time we can do the case. Yeah, so we can do the same issue over there, and we can write like this error, and the error type of any. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. We have implemented not use infinite query, not from, and this is should be 10-step query, 10-step create query. Yes. So the error is gone. No problem. Everything is perfect, fair and lovely. Okay. Okay. So we have received the data over there, and we have added the infinity query. Perfect. Let's time to print. Cool. We don't need this div anymore there. Okay, so I am receiving the data over there, and we will do the pages.map, and same time we'll do right. I will receive the page and page index, and that should be okay, and same time I will receive the div, and key should be page index, and also insert the index file. We will do another map, which is page.users.map. And we will found their user and user index. Okay, so here we can call the div, and key should be user index, and we have to define, this is the iUser interface. I hope you remember we have defined the interface before we come here. This should be number. Okay, everything is perfect, fair and lovely. Let's print something like user and name. Okay, let's check what happening in our code. Refresh it, and if I log in, okay, it's already logged in. Oh, I have to log in, no problem. My password over there, and this is my ID. And if I log in and if I go to the users after the dashboard, users, okay. Oh, there is error. Use infinity query from server, but is on client function. Oh, use client. Okay, so there should be an error, no problem. Okay, let me check the layout. No, everything is perfect. Let's go to our page, which is query context. Yeah, this is also perfect. So also we have done mistake. We have to add the static query. We can copy from there. Static query, yes, from there. Yes, copy it, paste it. Yeah, so it will be gone. There is a white page, no problem. We have to find the other bug if we have there. Yeah, initial params should be 0. Then the issue is gone. The data is appearing perfectly, and we can do party. I think this is not a good practice to print the user information over there. We can design a table, or we can do by a grid system. Okay, so I think let's define a grid, right? Yes, so grid should be perfect. Okay, so let's create a component for these users and set the src. Here is a component folder, so we can create a folder which is called users. So create a file over there, and we can write single tsx or c. This is single user. Okay, fine. We can call the single user over there. I can call over there and write single user and same time we don't need this anymore. We can need this. Yeah, perfect. So let's move to single user page. Yeah, here over there we have to define an interface. This is called iprops. You can write the iprops, and the user should be iuser. Okay, and we can define over there. This is where we're receiving the user, and here react.fc. We can import it, no problem. We don't need to import it. Yeah, so iprops. Okay, so fine. Let's print the user over there. Name. Okay, so perfect. So we are going to print the name. We are going to print the user role. Okay, let me check what kind of data we are going to print. User. If I go to user model, okay, no, there should be a. And there's a, yeah, I can define from there. What we are going to show: name, role, is admin. What we are going to show: status and a action button. And this data we are going to display for this every individual row. So there should be print the name, role, is admin, and the status. Okay, so there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 column. All right, go to the page over there, and we don't need anymore this file. Page index, perfect. Okay, so we can write over there div. Okay, no problem. I can do here the div, and I can print over there. Yes, so we can write class name, and we can call the grid there. git calls 1 and lg git calls 2 and excel. Okay, so we don't need to use the div there, we will use the react.fragment. Name, yes. Okay, so we'll come about their name, role, is admin, active, and the action. We can do the status super admin. Okay, admin as dot admin. Okay, role. Okay, so let's move to the, let's copy this and paste over there, and this. Okay, fine. Okay, fine, no problem. Now let's print it. User name. So also we'll print the, yeah, so I can make it a little beautiful, right? Username. Yes, we'll need this. I can duplicate this, and here we'll print the role and roles should be different, so we don't need to print over there. We'll print the roles here because roles comes with the array. We have to print from the array. We can do the map or something else. So next we will print the isAdmin. IsAdmin should be a condition, so we can do the condition over there, like constant is super admin. So here you can write user is admin super admin, else none. Okay, so now we can print is super admin or not. Okay, here you can see everybody is super admin, so there is a lots of super admin. Fine. Then also we'll do the same line, we can copy it over there. Okay, status. Sorry, we can write this status user status active. If active equal to, they should be active, otherwise inactive. So we will print the user status here. The status, fine, they are active and inactive. Fine. So there will be a button. There will be a button over there, submit button. So there is a question, what we are going to do? We are going to change the role from there, from the list, and also we are going to change the status, activity status. If you are active, we can switch over to inactive, or if you are inactive, we can switch over to active. So like we can use a form over there, or we can use the separate function or separate API for the individual function. Like we can switch super admin to regular admin, we can switch the user status from active to inactive. Okay, also you can switch the roles, so you have to define individual function for that. But for now we will use the form. By using a single form we will change everything, like we can change the super admin to regular admin, we can change status active to inactive, also we can switch the user roles. So let's create a form over there. Okay, so let's move to the register page, because we can copy the data from register page forms. That should be easy to done our job. Okay, so already have implemented the data, fine. So we can come, yeah, we can use the React hook form as we did before in our function. So inside the single user we will define here, this is the React hook form. Okay, right, iUser register, so we don't need the iUser register. We can call yes, we can call iUser, and also you have to import the use form. Okay, fine. And we can define the data we are going to change, like we're going to change the name, already it has the name. We're going to change the isAdmin, so this should be changed, and the default data should be name, come from user and name. Okay, and we don't need the password, we must need it the data called isAdmin. Okay, let's complete this fast, step by step we'll do it, no problem. Let's go to the form. Here is the form we are going to have, fine. Okay, this is the form. Okay, so there should be an issue for our grid system, right? Yes, there should be an issue for our grid system, because we are going to define the form there, and inside the form will the individual component. So okay, let's come the next part we will do as per our thinking. Okay, so let's define the form. We don't need anymore there. Okay, yes, so we don't need anything, fine, and we'll close the form there. Form button, yeah, form, we don't need the button, is dirty. Okay, we can open this button, fine. Update now, this should be update now, and we'll call a handle submit form, no problem, there is no big issue. We can copy over there handle submit form and paste it here to avoid the errors. And here there should be iUser. Okay, fine. Also we'll import the Axios. Yes, Axios post, and we will change the API. We can do right now, we can leave it empty. Okay, fine. Here is the button. Now we have to define the form. Here is the input. I hope you remember we have defined this very first time when you design the UI component and when you design the form in our past video. If you're new over there, so I highly recommend you please check those videos. In this series we have implemented very fast. So we're going to paste, and then we are not going to use there, we'll use there, fine, yeah, fine. Okay, name role, okay, fine. So we can copy the class name from there and save it, and insert the form we can paste it there. Yeah, I think the issue is gone. So now we have to print the name role is as admin, status, and action. So already we have defined the action, no problem. Your full name, Sandeepan. Okay, Sandeepan, that's your full name. Label, we don't need this anymore because we will define the div there. We're not going to use any input like text type of input. Okay, so for this we will define like their name. Okay, Sandeepan das, and update now. For role we will use the select. Use the select over there. Okay, right, we'll use the select. Yes, and for the S admin we can use the select also there. So roles is come over there, super admin is come over there, and status. We can also do same thing over there. We will define the 3 select item. Okay, right. So role, super admin, and status. So and update now. So we can define the button little smaller. We don't need the button over there. Yes. So you can write like button type submit. Okay. So button. Yeah. So type submit. Yeah. So you can write 2 classes. Busy green. I should be 700. And hover busy green 900 text, right. Okay, so fine. Okay, okay, fine. This is allowed disabled. We don't need the disabled for now. Yes, fine. So you can do padding X to 3 and padding Y to 1, and okay, this is okay. Yes, rounded SM, rounded MD. And what you can do, we can find a gap between the gap 2. Yeah, so columns, and right, we can also define a gap between the rows by there. I don't read the fragment. We can write the div, no problem. Div class name flex call, and gap should be 5. 2. This big gap, man. Don't like this type of gap. Okay, and from single user we can write busy slate 100. Okay, or slate 200, like yes, count, and padding and padding Y 2. Okay, and padding X. Okay, so we can do the padding 2. Okay, fine. So we have received everything perfectly. Now we can define update now. We can print the role over there, print admin over there. Okay, and the name is not editable, so perfect. Now we have to print the role. There is a mechanism, like we have received the role. For example, let me check that our code. Yeah, we can check over there. We have received the role like 1010, 2010, or 2000. So we have to, first of all, we have to convert this number to a string. Okay, then print over there. So let's move it, and we can define a helper function. Insert the src types. Okay, types perfect. Okay, app src models library. Okay, we can define a helper there. Helpers. Okay, so inside the helpers we can define user roles. user roles.ts. So let's check the NextAuth. We have defined what kind of roles we are going to use. Yeah, this is the roles: guest, admin, and super admin. So we will export it. Export constant and user roles. Yeah. So this is the guest type of user. Okay, fine, perfect. Now we can copy it and make it duplicate. So before make it duplicate, we can use a comma. I have 3-4 types of user: guest and super admin. Super admin also will, the super admin value is 1010. The admin which is value is 1100, and the author which is 2010. So here I have implemented 4 types of roles, but as your application demand, you can use as many roles you want. So here is a question, or there is a feature we have to think about that. So we can define as individual user like same time author and as a buyer, or author or as a client, or same time author or as a customer. Like when someone land and log in our site, he can write blogs. That means he is author, and same time this author can be purchase our product. That means same time he will be a customer. Even we can give him an admin type of power. So that means this single user can hold 3 kind of roles: as an admin, as a customer, and as a author. So to do this, I don't think the select will be a good practice. Let's use the checkbox. Using checkbox, we can assign the multiple roles same time. So define the div here. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Let's close this to make the page little more larger. Yes, so everything is perfect. So here we can map our roles which we have just defined inside our user role. So I will do the map for our user roles. User roles, and we'll do the map here. You can call the role there. We can call the div, and we can use the k role dot, like we can do the value. Okay, and inside the div we can use the level. And the level should be, as you remember, the role dot level. If I save it, we'll see some changes. Here you can see the guest, super admin, admin, and author. So we have 4 type of level there. Inside the level, we can define the input with checkbox. If I save it, you can see it's come here. Okay, everything is fair and lovely. So this is the type checkbox, and the name. And the name, we don't need to provide the name. We will provide the name, not provide the name, and we can provide like value. The value should be role and value. Okay, so if I save it, okay, fine. And if I refresh it, that's fine. So we can move over, like you can write the before or after, okay, like this. Yeah, so that means the guest, super admin. Okay, so we can define the class name here, grade 300 and gap on margin y. Okay, great. Okay, so if I move over there, you can see. Okay, so we have defined the checkbox for the user roles. So let's get the current role of the user. So first of all, we have to get the current role. We can define a user state to store the current roles of user. Constant, which is selected role, set selected roles, and we'll use the user state, no problem. And same time, this should be, this is the number, okay, number 2 array. Okay, and we will use the user roles, and there should be an error if the role is not found as, so we will use the empty array. So the error is gone. Save. So we have found the selected roles over there. Okay, our current roles we have found over there, the selected roles. Inside the selected roles, let's go to our code. I'm in the input field of checkbox. Here we will define the checked. If the roles is matched, then it will be checked. Otherwise, it will keep it as unchecked. So roles value, we can define another line. This is checked. There we will use our state. We'll call our state selected roles. Okay, selected roles includes should be include role dot value. Okay, so inside our selected roles, if this role's value is available, then it should be checked. So there is an error because it's a string, so we have to convert it into number. Then I think the issue is still gone. Number and roles. Okay, now check, save it. Wow, there's some magic. Here you can see the magic is happening. Guest, super admin. Okay, so that's fine. Now we will use a handler to handle the changing the roles. So we can call the handler here, handle the role change. Okay, there should be, we'll found the value over there. Okay, we'll, when someone click on the handle change over there, then we'll send from the input field on change this is the handle role change, and we will pass the current value. So you can copy this role value. Okay, so you can handle change. Okay, so when you click on the handle change button, then we will pass this item to our handle role change function. So let's move into there, and there we will found the value is number. So if I move to bottom, you'll see there is gone. Okay, fine. There is passed away. We can apply condition like if a selected role found, if selected role is found, then do nothing. If not found, if is a new request, then add these roles with old values. If the selected roles includes value, okay, set selected roles. We have to filter first. We have to filter selected roles dot filter. We have to filter, and then again we can call role. Sorry, we'll call role, and then we'll call the function, and same time role. From role we'll define value. That means when you click on a selected checkbox, then it will remove from the state. Else, if it's not found, then set selected roles with the value. Okay, fine. That means if selected roles found, not found, then we will add the new value with the old selected roles. So let's check the data what we are receiving. Let's go to console, and same time we can print the selected roles from there. Then we found the updated things. So I remove this from there and add admin. Here you can see 2 items are added. If I remove one, you can see 1 item added. Okay, fine, perfect. Okay, so now we are successfully done to assign a user multiple types of roles. Okay, so that's it for now. In our next video, we will move ahead and learn how you can implement the super admin, the status, and how we update the form to using form, how we can update a user using this form. So thank you for today. I recommend you, please, if you can, please do the rest of the code from your end. If you have any issue, if you have found any bug, or if there any complicated issue you are facing, just hit me right below the comment. I will reply as soon as possible. Even I am available to fix your code. Okay, you just update your code inside your GitHub profile, share the link with me. I will check your code and let you know where is the bug or where is the problem. Even you can put your code inside the YouTube comment. I will check if there are any bug or issue I have found. I'll fix those, and don't forget to hit the subscribe